Hey, my friends, and thanks for joining me again for a quick one today. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I take to the range when I go to shoot, because I know I've got a bunch of new gun owners, a bunch of aspiring gun owners that watch some of these videos. So I was going to tell you guys what I take to make my day a lot easier and a lot more fun. That's the main thing. First of all, don't forget your eye protection and your ear protection. Now, I like these Walker's Razor ear muffs with the actual active system, so you can hear what's going on and it still dampens the sound. But I also, at the very same time, wear, that's not what I'm looking for, earplugs, foam earplugs inside my earmuffs, because I play music for a living and I need to preserve my hearing, and firearms are loud as hell if you don't know about that. So I wear earplugs and the over the ear muffs, so always be protected. I like to use this Tactical Performance range bag. It's really cool. I'll throw a couple pictures up there. It's got a lot of internal pockets, and it's got 3 of these zippered little gun pouches, so you can separate the guns that you take to the range, keep them nice and clean, and keep them from banging around on each other, getting scratched up and such. It's got 3 of those on board, plus it's got another one just for magazines, or as us civilized people call these, clips. And you put your spare mags in here. It can hold up to 10. And so the guns that I have with a lot of different mags, when I take to the range, I want to run a bunch of tests on them or something, I throw those extra mags in there. It's really, really convenient. Bag's got a few pockets to it, like you can see here, and it's really, really convenient. So my range bag, my eye and ear protection, critical. I've seen a lot of people take some stupid bags to the range, and it really doesn't matter what they are, just as long as it kind of makes sense. Don't go overboard. I don't think you need a range specific bag, but you need something that can keep all your stuff organized and in the same place without really banging around on each other. I think that's a bad idea. Now, I generally fill this bag up and take 2 or 3 more guns than it can hold. I literally take 5 or 6 guns almost every time that I go to the range that I've got a membership at. And so if I am taking things that won't fit in that bag, I will generally take a hard shell case like this. And this is a, what is this? Plano protector. These are cheap. I think they're less than $10 lots of times. Foam lined. You can throw your pistol in there and it's going to give you some pretty decent protection. I mean, it's not great, but it's easy to throw that in there and it's got a handle on it. And who doesn't have $10? Now, for some of my guns, if you're lucky enough to have like a Canic or a Glock or Smith & Wesson even, they'll come with their own little hard shell case, and so that's good. But some of the other manufacturers' hard shell cases, besides that Canic, are not as well fitted as I would like, so I tend to use my range bag with those still, or another Plano type case. Now, the most important thing that you can possibly take to the range, besides the actual gun that you're shooting, is without a doubt plenty of ammunition. And today, this is about what I'm going to go through when I get there. Now, this is where things start to become cost prohibitive, because as you know, a box of 380s, not cheap. It's about $40 for that box of 9mm, another 380, 124 grain 9mm. That's my favorite 9mm to shoot. And then I got this range pack. Now that's a good price right there, if you can see that. If it'll focus on it, $33 for 100 rounds. That's hard to beat. So basically, that's what I'm taking with me to the range, and then sometimes I have to take on a little GoPro or something like that to shoot some footage so that you folks can watch me and see how cool it is and make you get out there and buy guns and support our rats. So in my range bag, there's a couple of other things I like to have along with me if I can get them out here. And this bag is cool because it's zippered. I have several of these little magazine loaders. This is the Glock, coming with the Glock 43. Here's the Canic, and then these are both Rugers, and these are, you know, little mechanical assistance to loading up your mags, because when you're running through 400 or 500 rounds, it'll wear that thumb out pretty quick. So I like to have all these in a zippered pocket on my range bag, my range backpack here. I also tend to carry a couple of tools. I've got a Glock tool which has basic screwdriver and pin tool for Glocks, and this one is cool. It's like a switchblade. It's pretty neat. It costs about $1,000, but I carry that with me. It's got my screwdriver and stuff. I've got my little GX4 tool so I can break it down, and I usually have a couple of screwdrivers hanging around as well. I don't go overboard and take, you know, a massive toolkit like I was going motorcycle racing or something, but you do want to have some basic tools in case something goes wrong. A flathead screwdriver is always helpful, and maybe even, I know a lot of people that take a hammer and a punch in case they get some kind of barrel obstruction or get a squib round or something. But I don't generally do that because the range is pretty close to my house, and I take about 1 million guns every time that I go, so I don't necessarily need to operate on something. If I don't have to, I can just switch to the next gun and come home and fix what I need to fix. So I'm gonna get out to the range today. I'm gonna shoot the LCP a little bit more. I'm gonna shoot the GX4, the Taurus, and probably 4 or 5 other guns as well. So let's go shoot some of these things. I almost forgot the other things that you might need taken to the range. Some Tupperwares if you do any reloading. I take a couple of these Tupperware containers to catch my spare brass, and of course a bunch of tea. You know, it's the South.
Well, I said if you mistreat me, then little girl, I'm gonna let you go. But now you wanna cry. Well, I said don't you cry no more. Don't you cry no more. Well, I seen your red light flashing, baby, telling me that you're bad. Now what you think, little girl, what you think I'd do? What you think I'd do? Well, I got me another girl now, and she wants to treat me right, baby. I said she never do me wrong. She never do me wrong. All that you ever did now would try to hurt me and treat me bad. Baby, what you think? I said what you think I'd do. Yeah, what you think I'd do.
Now, what is really the most important part of going to the range? It's the barbecue afterwards. So I'm down here in Canton at 441 Barbecue. I'm gonna have a bunch of brisket and some fatting and all kinds of stuff. And hope you guys enjoyed my video. Hope you learned a little bit, and tell me what you think. We'll see you next time at the range.
seen your red light flashing, baby, telling me that you're bad. Now, would you think I said what you think I do? Would you think I do?